This is my world.
Let's make it count.
I must practice tolerance.
Next, GSL Season 2 Renaissance.
Be on another level.
What's up, everybody? It's time for Season 2 of the GSL Code S. It's good to be back. We've got a lot of StarCraft 2 going on this week, Artosis.
Oh my god, do we ever? And we've already finished GSL Season 1, GSL Super Tournament 1 My god, non-stop. We're a machine gun that instead of bullets, we're shooting out GSL tournaments.
We're shooting out casts over here. So here's what the schedule is going to look like. As you can see, Monday through Wednesday and Saturday as well is going to be GSL Code S. KSL is squeezed in Thursday and Friday night. And then, of course, the following week, again, another 4 days of StarCraft 2, another 2 days of StarCraft 1, same days.
It's wild. Just, we are getting through the round of 32, the quickest we ever have. It's almost a weekend tournament, but it's really a 2-week tournament. And it's not a whole tournament, it's just a round of 32.
Our CEO Kevin's going to go on stage, share a few words with us, then we're going to get this tournament started.
Greetings, everyone.
그러고 보니 이 대표님께서 GSL의 새 유니폼을 항상 처음으로 입고
You're always the first one to wear the new uniform of the GSL Code S, and it looks very well with you. Does this look pretty?
이렇게 또 시즌 2가 시작됐는데요. 스타트 팬분들께
Now the season 2 of GSL Code S has commenced. Any words to the fans? Yeah, Code S seems to start within the week. It's a very special season because we have 4 days per week from Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So, although the production crew are going to be having a difficult time arranging everything on time, however, we hope to make a great run through the spring and to the summer as well. All right, thank you for your words.
2019 마운틴 듀
And thank you for your words, Brian, as we got that translated. We're going to jump right into this season. Let's do it, Artosis. What are you saying? Woo! Not just the toes and the legs. We'll jump right into it. Full immersion. GSL Season 2. Let's go.
(2019) Mountain Dew GSL Season 2 Code S Renaissance.
What are you giggling about?
I'm thinking about how so far the videos for Season 1 and now Season 2 with that video, I'm getting the feeling that like Season 1 was like, okay, so Sarah won BlizzCon, and then Season 1 was like, Koreans are still better than foreigners. And then Season 2 is like, Koreans are still better than foreigners. And Season 3 is like, Koreans are still better than foreigners. That's what it feels like for me right now.
Could be, man. We're going to see this season coming into this. It was crazy that once again here in Season 1, now the 4th time in a row, Maru actually completely and totally dominates.
Yeah, he's a killer.
That is a narrative that is continuing on here in GSL. Cool stuff. Anyways, going into this season, we can see we've got 9 Terrans, 12 Protoss, and 11 Zerg.
Yeah, it seems about right. You can see our newcomers are not players that have never played before, but weren't in it too recently. So Special, DRG, and Armani all returning. No one is in their first ever GSL Code S. But it's a sick lineup. We are missing a few pretty heavy hitters, though, this season, which is kind of sad. I mean, when you get this many great players competing, you're going to have some that just don't quite make it through those qualifiers. One of which, Bunny, MC, Lucira, a long-time GSL competitor.
Yeah, he's been a fixture here for a long time, but unfortunately, unfortunately for him, I guess, times are changing.
Yeah, maybe we'll see him next season. But here you see, these are our groups for this week. Then, of course, we have the rest of the groups next week. Some pretty wildly outstanding groups here. Look at that group. Group A is sick, Group B is sick, Group C is quite good, Group D is quite good. 2 sick groups and 2 quite good groups. Ooh, I'm excited. And then we got Group E, which is just stupid. And of course, Group F, we can't have a group with Scarlet in it that doesn't have Keen and Hero, so that's always fun. I don't know how that happens every time.
It does happen a lot.
Yeah. Group G looks quite interesting. And, ooh, I like Group H a lot.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to closing out on Group H.
Dude, DRG and Parting in a group in Group G, that's so funny. What year are we in right now?
And let's not forget Parting did get top 4 in the Super Tournament. He's really turning around where he was viewed from before. He went from world champion to obsolete, unable to compete in a GSL. Now he's back and he's performing. Let's see if he can do it this time around here in Group G.
Well, if he can make it out of that group, that's a pretty stacked group there. Like, I don't know what to expect out of DRG. I know he has very high MMR right now, but Cure and Dark, I do know what to expect, and that's them getting out of that group.
And DRG, another player like Parting who was killing it everywhere. Standard to have DRG in a finals of whatever he's competing in. Then went away, and now he's finally back. So we got a lot of, I want to say, we have some new players, but we also have players that it's new to have them return again like this.
Yeah, that's right. It's new to have them return again.
I don't know. You know what I mean. Let's take a look at the maps here. Actually, they're right at the bottom of our screen.
Yes, so basically what happened is year 0, Nick and Amon were getting too chummy.
My boy Amon is gone.
Okay, he was showing too much favoritism. So we threw out we were going to throw out the map or Nick. We flipped a coin, the map's gone. Cobalt is here.
Yes.
It's a 4-player map made just for GSL. So what that means is we're going to see it 1 to 2 times this season. Maybe in the finals, if Maru doesn't 4-0 somebody, we could end up seeing that map, so that'll be cool. But so far, for our first 2 matches tonight, Maru versus Armani and Innovation versus Patience, it was vetoed in both those. So don't worry, you're not going to see it yet. All right, Group A.
Ooh, look at that transition.
Yeah.
We went from dark, well, we're at dark colors now from the brightest colors we could have possibly had the players in. We had kids show colors there for what they were dressed in earlier.
Jeez.
Okay, we're going to be jumping into our first match. This is the defending 4-time champion of the GSL Code S, Maru.
Yeah, he's pretty much a killer. Tasteless, you think he's going to get out of this group tonight?
He better. He's supposed to.
He's supposed to. That's a fact. He's
supposed to. Otherwise, we got to talk to our writers in this episode of Game of Thrones because I don't know how he does in advance.
No.
We have had some big-name players get knocked out early on in GSLs in the past, but this guy is riding on the craziest streak that there is in StarCraft 2 ever.
Yeah,
ever.
It's getting, by the way, outrageous at this point.
It's become outrageous. Now it's going to become ridiculous.
Yeah. And then it will be redonkulous.
Yeah, yeah. And if it keeps going, it'll eventually be ruined StarCraft 2.
Yeah. Eventually it's just like, okay, I get it. He's the best.
Yeah, wow. Do we have to hold this tournament anymore?
Yeah.
And who is the lamb that we throw in for to the slaughter?
Well, it's Armani. And to be fair, Armani is a player that we haven't seen too many times. But when we do see him, he shows streaks of brilliance. You know what I mean? Like, he'll come in, he'll play his Code S, and he won't really make it through, but he'll play, like, a game in there where you're like, whoa, he's really good, but it's not stable enough.
He's definitely a player that is, if he was an RPG character, all of his stats much, much, much lower than Maru, who is basically maxed out. You know, he's gotten every item, gone on every quest, hit every level point. This is a true David versus Goliath match. Good luck, Armani, because Maru should be taking this. Whoa, what? Whoa. Remember Donkey Kong? Wow, we're getting retro songs here. I wasn't expecting that.
I like it. Ooh, I like that graphic. It was handsome. I don't know how we keep it fresh here. How many, we're like 35 seasons in. How do we keep it fresh? I don't know.
We got 2 barracks coming out here right away. I'm not surprised that Maru's going to try to incorporate an opening that's a little bit older. That's been practiced. This is how he won several seasons in 2018. Was with a lot of proxy builds like this. I'm not surprised to see him throw this out early on in a tournament.
No. Putting the pressure on someone who doesn't get even a fraction of the stage time that Maru gets makes some sense.
Or a fraction of the pressure this early on in a match that's this important. So. Yeah. Maru definitely confident in playing this one out.
But lucky for Armani, his second Overlord is going directly to the barracks, and I believe he should be able to spot them without letting it be seen that it has been spotted. So he might be able to hold this straight up. We'll see. course, failed 2 barracks play from Maru is basically the same as non-failed, because he'll just win anyways. He turns it around. Yeah, they did not see that. So Maru doesn't know he was scouted as of yet.
Yeah, he may suspect it. It's not insane to have an Overlord parked right over there. Now the question is how well will Armani do against this? I wouldn't say this for every player, but Armani is definitely among the less experienced players that we have here in GSL Code S, so nerves are probably going to be a bigger factor than they would be for some other players, like if it were Dark or Solar, for instance.
Okay, so trying to hold the top of this ramp right now where the vision changes, making it hard for Maru to micro up correctly. It seems like he'll probably go into Lings and maybe a Spine right away. He's got to pull back these hurt drones, though. Very, very important. Okay, bunker's starting, but so far the hold has felt pretty decent. Of course, Maru is playing very, very well here as well.
Okay, some targeting there on the Spine. He's actually possibly going to be able to get that before the drones can really defend.
Yeah, you're going to have to dive on this if you want your Spine to finish. Okay, he does drill through, does some damage there.
2 SCVs are still alive.
2 very damaged drones in the front there as well.
I'm worried here with that many Marines. If he gets the targeting up on that Spine.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he's scouted it right away.
Oh my god, that was so perfectly done before it can even get the first shot off.
Well, the bunker's not in range of the hatchery, so maybe there's still a hold potential here. No speed on the Lings, no additional tech, no gas mine for Armani. It's not feeling super hot, especially considering there's a factory finishing up at home.
Yeah, this is getting pretty bad. The hatchery's at about half health. I mean, we might have a queen come transfuse that at some point in time, but I don't know if there's going to be enough to buy time enough for him to be able to get the hatchery back, really. I mean, he's going to have to either attack right before the hatchery dies or accept the fact that he has lost this third base, or the second base, excuse me.
He's going to have to do a transfusion there. He hasn't been injecting, so he has enough. All right, he does throw that down, gets his Lings on top. Some good targeting. He gets both the SCVs, which is actually quite critical. But this is getting so low. He has to commit right now. I don't think he can back up again.
Yeah, the Lings are coming in here now. Some decent angling. I like how he's backing out of the bunker and then using that for cover against melee damage.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah, really gracefully done here by Maru. Again, this hatchery is so low. A few more transfusions go down. Is that going to be enough to buy him some time? The Marines come forward, doing a little bit more damage. This hatchery is so close to dead.
I tell you what, this proxy 2 or 3 racks play has such a high win percentage.
Damn.
I don't know if I've ever seen it lose. Craziness. Gets scouted quite quickly. Armani, I felt like he was doing a pretty good job. Turns out, no. Maru just kills him anyways.
Armani visibly uncomfortable now. That's rough. You know, you lose to a bunker rush that you did see coming. Intel-wise, he had everything that it could have gone his way. But Maru handled that so perfectly. I especially like how he did not overextend on damaging the Spine Crawler. Just had enough damage on that. Literally exactly kills it at the moment when it's done. The animation for the structure finishing is there. And before the animation for the Spine can actually attack anything. So all that did was buy time. It didn't do any additional damage. And Maru is looking very strong going into game 2 on the map, New Repugnancy.
Okay, we'll see if Armani can pull something together here. Of course, it was a bunker rush. You lose that, you can't be too frustrated with yourself. It's just a build everyone will die to occasionally.
You say that, but I think you might be very frustrated by that just to start things off in this season. A little bit of disrespect, a little bit of shade maybe thrown there by Maru. Let's see how it goes in game 2.
게임이 시작됩니다.
I was wondering if he was going to send SCVs out right away again.
Jin Air Green Wings, Maru.
He wants to show good games for his fans. He's not going to do that twice in a row. Unless he goes down a game at the beginning, then maybe.
Black Knight, Armani.
Black Knight. there's like always stars out, right? It can't be too dark. I guess if you're in a forest.
Yeah, you know, is it a little bit redundant, Black Knight? It's always dark at night.
Well, not
unless
Soul,
you're in
a
a casino and there's
that's for sure.
no. Oh, fans of SC Boy.
Cool. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
SC Boy's killing it. Some Maru support here. Thanks everybody for coming down. We got a busy week, man. Busy 2 weeks actually here. We're gonna power through the round of 32 here for GSL. So for those of you watching, if you're gonna be in the Seoul area over the next 2 weeks, just come on down to the studio. We got a lot of games to unpack here. The StarCraft 2 schedule, we started late here in 2019 and we have so many tournaments to go through. So we're really banging out a lot of lot of studio time here.
It feels like between StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2, almost right through the rest of the year, we have stuff all the time, like every single week. A ton, especially right now, which is awesome, of course. So nothing too out of the ordinary occurring right now. Armani probably happy to find that he is not dead already. Did do a pretty intensive drone scout there at the beginning, so Maru kind of dictating the way his brain is working at the moment.
So we got the Reaper coming up here, doing a little bit of damage. Some of these links gonna chase that away again. We've seen this many times before in a TVZ. Maru, I don't think he does this, excuse me, he has to do anything too special in game 2 here, right? I think he just opens up standard and tries to just roll over Armani, right? I mean,
just being Maru is already more special than any other Terran can do.
It is funny how the psychology of, you know, such an accomplished player, when you're the guy that's the underdog, what that does to you. Because you've been watching this guy along with everybody else who follows this esport dominate for over a year now.
You know, it's definitely something we've seen people mess up. It's like you have to give him so much credit in every area, which, okay, so I want to throw this out there. I don't think it's 100% he gets out of this group, okay?
Who, Maru?
Yes. I definitely don't. I think it's 100% Armani will not be able to take him down. But I want to mention, right, there's like 2 to 3 Terran players that can actually beat Maru. We know Innovation and TY both can take out Maru.
Sure.
Those are definitely 2 of the players he's most afraid of. His TVT, of course, it's brilliant, but it's a different beast than these other matchups.
I do feel that's also probably his weakest point. If you had to try to find one.
Oh, if I had to send someone from my life to kill him, it would be TY. Or if TY was unavailable, he's like, actually, I'd like you to die, Artosis, I'd get Innovation.
Yeah.
I know one of them would do it for me. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, when you compare that to Maru's TVZ or TVP, he just doesn't seem to struggle in those matchups at all, really, right?
Yeah, well, he's just so much better than everyone at those matchups, whereas TVT, it's like, oh, there's more of a probability. Those were his closest things. Innovation beat him in WSG, and we had TY versus Maru go to the last seconds of Game 7 in his 3rd GSL championship, and it looked like TY was going to win that. So there's a lot more play there. Now, what we were talking about specifically is this Cloak Banshee comes in and gets a bunch of drone kills right before a Spore finishes. Must be nice to be Maru. Wow.
Well, this is actually just
6 kills.
This is demonstrating the difference in the 2 players. Not even so much that Maru is so amazing, is that Maru is a player that's having just a much cleaner opening. And a lot of times in StarCraft 2, openings are more of each player in a race. They're not exactly interacting with each other that much beyond the initial scouting. But, you know, I gotta say, man, it's already looking. That doesn't even signal some bad stuff here. Now, this is a great catch here by Armani to get these 2 tanks. Let's see if he can actually get the second one here.
This is gigantic to get these 2 tanks. The way he was moving out, actually, this is something that occasionally Terrans will do on maps like this. See that location right up there? You can siege the mineral patches, okay? And that's what he was going for. This specific build is something we saw Innovation do against Serral in WSG. Me and Norgred actually went over on in depth. And it's a beautiful location. So to catch those first 2 tanks and kill them when part of Maru's build was dedicated to getting over there, that's a giant catch for Armani. And with that being said, looks like some more Banshees trying to fly around. Doesn't seem like he's going to find damage with them, though.
I like Armani droning up a whole lot here after he's held off that initial push. There's not much Terran can do when they lose those tanks like that to really be able to do any damage. You know, you have to get in there and actually do a fight head-to-head. And just the build order that Maru went for, he doesn't quite have the strength to do that. With tanks set up at siege, you can absolutely keep your distance and try to volley some shots in there.
It was uncharacteristically sloppy of Maru to have those tanks so far behind the Bio Banshee. Anyways, while we watch these Banshees fly around and try to find damage, I'm going to try to get a word in edgewise why I think it's possible Maru won't get out of this group.
Yeah, let's unpack that idea a little more.
Okay, so Innovation is a real possibility to kill him. I don't think anyone on Earth would disagree with me on that. Innovation is one of the best players in the world still. He's just so overshadowed by Maru right now that it's silly.
I think a lot of Terrans are too.
Yeah.
I mean, Innovation and TY are so solid, but I think Maru occasionally steals a lot of the attention. Just like we've had a lot of good non-Korean Zergs, but Cyril's been so insanely dominant.
Exactly.
It's very easy to forget about those other Zerg players.
Yeah. Gumi as well. Like, he's another one that's like, oh, maybe he could kill Maru. That's a possibility as well. Anyways, we were talking about the respect that you have to show Maru and how just being Maru is like a superpower because of the way that people have to play against you, right? Oh my god, I wish there wasn't so much great action in this awesome game so I could finish my thought, but the Lings are in the natural. Look at that, that's a lot of SCVs down, actually.
Yeah,
that's really
11 killed that quickly. Actually, what,
15.
even more. Make it 16 here, killed off as this attack is going on, but does Armani still have enough to hold off this push that's coming here from the north?
It's only 2 tanks. If you had a few more Lings, I think you could do it pretty cleanly.
Well, hold on. There's not very many Banelings left here.
Yeah. Oh, that one could have connected, too. That's too bad. Does pull it back, but he's still got 4 Queens. He's got more Lings and Banes hatching, so I think he's going to be all right still.
3 Banshees coming up. Stutter set micro from Maru. Very, very good. You can see the Queen's actually trying to target down some more of these medevacs here, but as the Banshees come in.
Oh, that's a super sick pickoff, but oh, he misses that other one, unfortunately.
Okay, you can see the Queens are going to be taken out, and I think with reinforcements, there may not be enough Banes to actually take this on. We got to see exactly where they end up connecting.
Oh my god, the Banshees themselves are actually going to tear everything apart. The Banshees seem unstoppable. There's only 3 Queens left on the map. My god.
Okay.
Ah, now I have that spot.
Yeah, these Banshees are really beginning to add up with the amount of damage that they're doing here. Some more Lings are coming here. Maybe, no, it looks like none of that splash is going to end up connecting on top of those Marines. Are just too much sustain here.
God.
And I think Armani may be cooked this game.
He may be cooked. This is ridiculous. It's too bad because Armani actually had some great things happen this game. I think he engaged just 1 round too early on the main attack.
It goes to show you what a balancing act offense and defense is here in this game. And, you know, even though Armani just barely losing in these fights, frankly, this is enough to tip the scale here. The 4th is going to go down. That's actually north of our screenshot here. And you can see just now the 3rd base is destroyed as well. GG Maru quickly 2-0s this in a series that, frankly, I think total was under 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was super fast. That's too bad, though. I think if Armani had 1 more round of Lings before he tried to defend the 4th, he might have been afraid that the 4th was going to fall before that, which might have been correct. But losing your entire army trying to defend something that is not going to be defended is worse, in fact, than losing the base and then having the army that can actually defend what your attacker is attacking with. So, yeah, he was a little bit short on units there, unfortunately, and he pays the iron price.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. So Maru is going to the winner's match. Armani's not eliminated just yet. We're going to go to a short break. When we come back, Innovation versus Patience.